Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. May 11th. A new sense of belonging. Until we had talked with complete candor of our conflicts and had listened to someone else doing the same thing, we still didn't belong. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 57. After 4 years in AA, I was able to discover the freedom from the burden of buried emotions that had caused me so much pain. With the help of AA and extra counseling, the pain was released and I felt a complete sense of belonging and peace. I also felt a joy and a love of God that I had never experienced before. I am in awe of the power of Step 5. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, May 11th. I spend more time with myself than with anyone else. Wouldn't it make sense to put some energy into making that relationship as fulfilling as possible? Another person cannot prevent me from feeling lonely, but my inner emptiness can be satisfied. I can come to value my own company. I am a worthwhile companion. One of the illusions shared by many of us who have been affected by alcoholism is that only another person, usually the alcoholic, can fill that empty place within us. If only he were more attentive. If only she got sober. If only they were with me now. I wouldn't be lonely. But many of us remain just as lonely even after those conditions are met. Today, when I'm by myself, I will know that I am in good company. When I stop expecting others to meet all of my needs, I find new and exciting ways to enjoy my own friendship. And when I do get lonely, I have the comfort and support of a higher power who never leaves me. Today's reminder. Today I will spend some time exploring the most intimate human relationship I will ever have, my relationship with myself. There is a quote by Ellen Bernstein. What a lovely surprise to discover how unlonely being alone can be. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, May 11th. Balancing the scales. A lot of our chief concerns and major difficulties come from our inexperience with living without drugs. Often, when we ask an old timer what to do, we are amazed at the simplicity of the answer. Basic text, page 43. Finding balance in recovery is quite a bit like sitting down with a set of scales and a pile of sand. The goal is to have an equal amount of sand on each side of the scales, achieving a balance of weight. We do the same thing in recovery. We sit down with the foundation of our clean time and the 12 steps, then attempt to add employment, household responsibilities, friends, sponsees, relationships, meetings, and service in equal weights so that the scales balance. Our first try may throw our personal scales out of kilter. We may find that because of our over-involvement in service, we have upset our employer or our family. But when we try to correct this problem by resigning from NA service altogether, the other side of the scales go out of balance. We can ask for help from members who have stabilized their scales. These people are easy to recognize. They appear serene, composed, and assured. They'll smile in recognition at our dilemma and share how they slowed down, added only a few grains of sand at a time to either side of the scales, and were rewarded with balance in recovery. Just for today, I seek balance in my life Today, I will ask others to share their experience in finding that balance. Today, Emotions Anonymous, May 11th. Reflection for today. One of my worst habits has been that of finding fault and criticizing others for what they do or do not do. I have learned that habits are changed by replacing the bad with the good. I now know that when I look for something to praise and appreciate in someone else, I do not have the inclination to criticize. Finding fault is replaced with understanding, tolerance, love, and patience. Just as I know God made me and loves me as I am, I must remember God feels the same about the other person. There is always something good in everyone. I need to recognize that good. Meditation for today. Remind me always to look for the spark of good in a person before I judge harshly. Today I will remember I hate to be criticized, so do others. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. May 11th. Change. The more I change, the more I get these little hints from people around me to go back to my prior behavior, because that's when they felt safe with me. BRB, Big Red Book, page 411. As we started to break out of our old patterns, others became unhappy with us. They felt betrayed and abandoned as we became more self-sufficient. We were no longer taking care of them, and our healthy detachment put a distance between us that was uncomfortable for them. Taking care of ourselves is a new behavior because we are taught to always placate others. Our new reactions are helping us gain ground for the first time. We are no longer bludgeoned and bullied by the silence of others as they try to manipulate us. We have begun to trust our own feelings over the desires of other people, no matter how much we think we need those relationships to be okay. We allow others to own their own feelings. When someone is angry, we no longer assume it's our fault, and we don't let their anger control us. We move forward. If others break off relationship with us as a result or act wounded, we don't try to fix things. We are no longer willing to throw ourselves under the damaging tires of shame. We have learned to walk around those spiky pits of guilt and move on. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will trust that if one relationship ends, a healthier one will take its place when the time is right." This is Daily Affirmations by DHB Recovery Network. I am Day. DAA are my initials. Please like, share, subscribe, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time.